Good afternoon and thank you for joining us on Beetv News Update at 3. I am Lee Bratesman Johanna. Now the news in details. President Bola Tinubu has reaffirmed his administration commitment to improving electricity supply nationwide, announcing plans to fast-track payments owed within the power sector to enhance generation capacity. The pledge followed a meeting at the presidential villa in Abuja with Mr. Tony O. Elumelu, chairman of Heirs Holdings. The discussion focused on accelerating the settlement of outstanding debts to power generating companies. According to Mr. Elumelu, clearing this arrears would enable generation companies to expand their capacity, ultimately improving electricity supply across the country and supporting national development.
Improvement in access to electricity is critical for economic development. Mr. President realizes this, embraces it, and is committed to doing more, especially helping to fast-track the payment of the power sector debt so that the power generators can do more for the country. That is very, very critical. All of us who are in the power sector are owed significantly, but in spite of that, we're going to generate electricity. So we want to see the payment made so that there will be more provision of electricity to the country. Access to electricity is critical for the development of our economy. In a summary, I was impressed with Mr. President's commitment to supporting small and medium-scale enterprises. I was impressed with Mr. President's commitment to young entrepreneurs. I was impressed with Mr. President's commitment to energizing the power sector so that we can power Nigeria's economy.
The federal government's recent decision to ease restrictions on selected food imports has provided short-term relief to consumers facing soaring prices, but agricultural stakeholders warn it is causing heavy losses for local producers and threatening long-term food security. At a national press conference on food security, agricultural expert Dr. Fatai Afolabi revealed that about 3,500 rice farmers are considering abandoning cultivation after recording combined losses exceeding 93 billion naira. He noted that the crisis is not limited to rice but extends to cassava, other key crops, and the broader agricultural value chain. Mr. Emmanuel Ebro, chairman of the Plantation Owners Forum of Nigeria, described the situation as existential crisis for an industry that has been rebuilding itself over the past 2 decades. He called for urgent measures to protect local producers and ensure sustainable food security.
Fine vegetable oil. In the last 1 year, we've seen a proliferation of this oil coming into the country, especially the vegetable oil side. Because vegetable oil side means that because there's a ban on it, then there must be wide-scale smuggling coming in. For commercial palm oil, we have noticed that the oil has been coming in, but the fact of the matter is that for the way the price of oil coming in, if the duties are being paid, then we have no problem. But when those duties are not being paid, you find that the price of oil is coming in cheaper than what the local producers can produce at.
Currently, we are producing at, we are selling at a cost that is less than the production cost in the industry, and we really need some changes to be made in the policies of government to enable us move forward. And we are also to let government know about the updates in the industry from Indonesia, from Malaysia, as concerned renewable energy and biofuels, about what they are doing there and how government can take advantage of some of these things.
Everyone has to make their contribution to making food available, affordable, and in the right quality. And don't forget, when we are importing food massively, what we are initially looking at is the quantity of food, the mass of food. And importers will go and get that food from anywhere to bring. No one is looking at the quality.
The Nigeria Employers Consultative Association, NECA, has called for stronger labor justice system to promote industrial harmony and support sustainable economic growth in Nigeria. The call was made during the 4th International Labor Arbitration and Adjudication Forum. The report.
The theme of this year's forum is access to labor justice in a rapidly changing world of work. NECA President Dr. Ifeanyi Okoye emphasized that access to legal justice is crucial for social stability, investor confidence, and the protection of both workers' and employers' rights. He added that credible and fair labor justice system not only safeguard workers' rights but also give employers confidence in dispute outcomes, enhancing the overall investment climate and fostering economic development.
Access to labor justice is critical. It is even better when workplaces are structured in such a way that parties do not need to seek labor justice in the very first place.
The International Labour Organization and the National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies have stressed that labor justice goes beyond mere compliance with laws.
Call to action. It provides a timely platform for exchanging perspectives, strengthening partnerships, and advancing practical solutions for a peaceful industrial relations ecosystem.
We recognize that effective labor adjudication is critical in ensuring fairness, equity, and justice in employment relations.
To us as working class, when the scales of perpetually tilted against us in the workplace, in the larger society, we are constantly at the receiving end.
The keynote speaker at the forum, Minister of the Brazilian Superior Labor Court, shared his country's long-standing experience with specialized labor courts. He emphasized that effective, independent, and accessible labor adjudication is essential for maintaining social peace, boosting economic competitiveness, and protecting fundamental rights.
Helps to improve working conditions, building a rights-based system, and fostering labor relations based on social dialogue.
After extensive deliberations, participants at the forum agreed that preventing workplace disputes through sound human resource practices is more effective than resolving conflict through litigation. Zainab Mohammed reporting for Beetv News.
The federal government has announced plans to intensify security operations across Nigeria's north-central region to protect civilians and vulnerable communities. The renewed offensive code-named Operation Savannah Shield involves the deployment of military, police, and National Forest Guards units to reinforce existing security assets in the area. Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, said the police have implemented President Tinubu's directive to deploy officers previously assigned to VIP escort duties. He noted that this shift represents a strategic pivot from protecting private individuals to safeguarding the general public. The minister also confirmed that the security forces are supported by enhanced intelligence capabilities and rapid response protocols, operating under the expanded security mandate to ensure effective protection of citizens in the region. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has released the official timetable for the 2027 general elections, outlining key dates for voting, party primaries, campaigns, and voters' registration. INEC Chairman Professor Joash Ojo Amobitan announced the schedule at a news conference in Abuja. The announcement comes amid growing concerns over the delayed passage of The House of Representatives Committee on Sport has increased the budget estimate for the National Institute of Sport from 2.8 billion naira to approximately 16 billion naira. Committee Chairman Kabira Amadou said the revision followed consultations with the Institute's management and the leadership of the Budget Office of Federation. Mr. Amadu has emphasized that adequate budgetary allocation is essential to effectively implement the programs and initiatives of the National Institute of Sport.
In our country, NIS has to function. Lack of NIS functioning had led to our children born abroad are now those that are representing our country. Why? Because the facility is there for our children born abroad to use, and we are now relying on them to come and represent our country. Whereas, once upon a time, the Okalas that I'm talking about, the Okochas, we are products of our league. We have a budget of 637 million naira, which is nothing to write home about considering the current transformation that is taking place in NIS. Therefore, we sat with the agency, with the DG, and with the committee. We initiated an idea of how we'll make sure this 2026 budget is going to be different for them. We have a proposal of 47 billion for their transformation and also 12.1 billion for their capital, for their recurrence.
Nigeria has secured billions of dollars and euros in granting financing to support investors seeking to establish bankable industries in the country's healthcare manufacturing subsector. Dr. Abdul Mukhtar, National Coordinator of the Presidential Advisory Council, said the initiative led by the Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Mohamed Patey, and directed by President Bola Tinubu secured €1 billion from the European Investment Bank for Education and Healthcare Manufacturing, alongside $1 billion from the African Development Bank. Dr. Mukhtar added that PAC currently has about 85 projects in its pipeline, highlighting the government's commitment to expanding local healthcare production and attracting investment into the sector.
Another game changer is...
Yeah. I see. Now to the business news. Price competition intensified along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway as SGR filling station in the Mowe axis reduced its petrol pump price to 805 naira per litre, down from 812 naira. The move followed a similar reduction by a NADCO station near Loto, which cut its price from 828 naira to 812 naira per litre. The report.
Alert filling station in Ibafo sold petrol at 820 per litre, while Habib filling station maintained 819. SAO station in Mowe and Loto dispensed at 825 per litre, while the Dangote partnered MRS station at Olowotedo reduced its price to 825 from 839. Meanwhile, Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited outlets in Lagos and Ogun sold petrol between 837 and 840 per litre. The Dangote refinery earlier reduced its grantee price by 25 from 799 to 774 per litre, with the new rates taking immediate effect. Custom intercept 1 billion naira cocaine, unveiled digital reform. The Nigerian Customs Service intercepted 22 wraps of cocaine weighing 25 kg and valued at 1 billion naira at the Oloko axis in the Badagry area of Lagos State. The Comptroller General of Custom, Adewale Adeni, represented by Deputy Comptroller General Timi Bomodi, said the interception was based on actionable intelligence swiftly executed by officers of the Federal Operations Unit, Zone A, Ikeja. Adeni said the seizure underscores the service's commitment to border security and combating narcotics trafficking in line with Section 55(1)(c) of the NCS Act 2023. He also disclosed plans for the service to commence paperless operations by the end of the second quarter of 2026. NDIC ensures 99% depositors, urges BVN linkage. The Nigerian Deposit Insurance Corporation Foundation said about 99% of depositors in Nigerian banks are fully covered under its enhanced deposit insurance scheme. It urged customers to link their bank verification numbers to their accounts to ensure seamless access to insured funds in the event of bank failure. NDIC Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer Thompson Oludare made this known at the 47th Kaduna International Trade Fair in Kaduna. He said the corporation has played a key role in protecting depositors, especially the most vulnerable, from the effects of bank failures. Oludare added that NDIC's mandate includes deposit insurance, supervision of insured institutions, resolution of distressed banks, and liquidation of failed banks. He noted that the corporation works closely with the Central Bank of Nigeria to strengthen financial system stability. Zainab Mohammed reporting for BTV News.
And on the global scene, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has presented the country's Medal of Freedom to Olympic skeleton raiser Vladislav Hereskevich after the athlete was disqualified at the Winter Games for wearing a helmet honoring sportsmen killed in the war with Russia. The report.
In a meeting held in Kyiv, Zelensky praised Hereskevich for what he described as courage and patriotism, saying the athlete's gesture symbolized remembrance for Ukrainians who have died since the full-scale invasion. The president noted that Ukraine values athletes who use their international platforms to highlight the human cost of the conflict and to keep global attention on the war. Hereskevich had competed in the Olympic skeleton event but drew the attention of sporting officials after appearing with a helmet bearing inscriptions dedicated to fallen Ukrainian athletes. Competition authorities ruled that the display breached rules prohibiting political or commemorative messaging on equipment during the games, leading to disciplinary action and his disqualification. Following the incident, Ukrainian officials and many supporters at home defended the racer, arguing that the tribute was humanitarian rather than political and reflected national mourning. The controversy quickly gained public attention, with Ukrainian sport bodies and veterans group calling for recognition of Hereshkevich's stand. During the award ceremony, Zelensky handed the racer the state's decoration and thanked him for presenting Ukraine with dignity. The president added that honoring the memory of those killed in the war is a matter of national importance and that Ukrainian athletes remain ambassadors for the country during wartime. Hereshkevich, speaking after receiving the honor, said the helmet message was intended to remember colleagues and compatriots who can no longer compete. He reiterated his commitment to continue representing Ukraine in international sports and to keep attention on the sacrifices made by Ukrainian citizens. The Medal of Freedom is one of Ukraine's highest civilian state awards and is granted for outstanding service to the nation, including contributions to public life, culture, security, and international representation. Evelyn Zibler reporting for BTV News.
Popular Nigerian reality star White Money has announced his engagement, thrilling fans just hours before Valentine's Day. The former Big Brother Niger winner shared intimate videos on Instagram capturing the moment he proposed to his partner. The report.
The announcement quickly went viral, with fans flooding the comment section to congratulate the couple and celebrate the romantic milestone. Many praised White Money for sharing such a personal moment with his followers. The engagement adds to a growing list of high-profile Valentine's Day proposals in Nigeria, highlighting the season as a popular time for couples to take their relationship to the next level. White Money's announcement has become one of the most talked about and heartwarming moments online. In another development, Nollywood actress Regina Daniels surprised her husband Rita Daniels with 2 luxurious vehicles as an early Valentine's Day gift. Rita shared her excitement in an Instagram post, revealing that one of her previous vehicles had been involved in an accident. The video shows Rita enjoying her new cars while fans celebrated the generous gesture. The gift comes amid public attention on Regina's personal life, including her highly publicized marital dispute with her husband, Senator Ned Nwoko. The controversy between Regina and Ned began when she accused him of domestic violence, a claim he denied while alleging she struggled with substance abuse. Regina countered by saying her husband enabled her drug use and isolated her from her family, drawing significant media attention to the couple. Director Steven Spielberg and his wife Kate Capshaw donated $25,000 to a $2 million GoFundMe campaign set up for the family of late Dawson Creek actor James Verde Beek, who passed away at 48. The campaign has now surpassed its target, with contributions from other celebrities including Zoe Saldana and Joe M. Chu. Van de Beek was best known for his role as the lead character in Dawson's Creek from 1998 to 2003. Although he never formally worked with Spielberg, his character idolized the director, displaying posters of Spielberg's fame in his bedroom. Spielberg also had previously shown support for Van de Beek's work, sending a surprise video message to the Dawson's Creek cast reunion last year. The donation highlights the film's icon admiration for the late actor and support for his family during their time of loss. And that's it on the entertainment news. Evelyn Isabella reporting for Beetv News.
Lastly, on sports news, Victor Osimhen provided 2 assists as Galatasaray trashed Yupsol 5-1 in the Turkish Super League clash on Friday, helping the champions extend their lead at the top of the table to 6 points. Galatasaray struck twice in the first half before Yupsol Berdihan's Hoziat was sent off in the 38th minute, effectively ending the visitors' hope. Osimhen set up the opening goal just 2 minutes in with a cross for Yugnos Agan and later assisted Maro Icardi for a second-half goal. Icardi completed his hat-trick with goals in the 36th and 70th minutes, while Mentahon and Tubas scored for Yupsol and Jeremy Own's goal sealed the 5-1 victory. The win extended Galatasaray's unbeaten league run to 10 matches and moved them to 55 points. Meanwhile, Atletico Madrid have reportedly identified Osimhen as a potential summer signing as the plan for the possible departure of either Julian Alvarez or Alexandros Salots, according to Turkey Today. The Nigerian striker performances in Turkey have attracted attention from top European clubs. And that's it in our news updates. Thank you for joining us. To stay with us for more updates on our major news at 6. I remain Libet Johanna. Bye for now.